Let's get right into it. Why don't you, I'm going to let you introduce yourself. Nobody wants to hear from me. They want to hear from you.
All right. Well, I'm Chris Sloan, and our lawn care business is Sloan's Lawn Care in Trenton, Ohio. We also have a YouTube channel, which is Grass Grind TV, and we're very interested and thankful to be a part of Echo Means Business.
Yes. So let's talk a little bit about that maybe quickly. You are a new member to the UAG program this year. This, get to know this pro series won't be just UAG members, but we're definitely going to be introducing the world to you guys. So you just joined. That's fantastic. Why don't, one of the reasons that you were brought on was specifically for sharing your unique experiences, because we found that you had between your business and your point of view, it was very, I think, interesting for a lot of people who are going to want to follow that you can offer that mentorship. So why don't
Okay.
you tell people about your business? How long have you been in business? Let's give them a sense of, how long you've been in business, why you started the business, and the type of business that you do on a day-to-day basis, so that if they have questions for you, they know what to ask.
Okay. Well, it's interesting how we started. We decided to start the lawn care business, and we were working third shift and saving money to get equipment. And the first year, we only had a handful of customers, so I was working night shift, getting off at 7 in the morning, get the kids together, and then I would do the lawn care because at the time I wanted to make sure that we were able to keep up with all the finances. So I didn't want to just stop and do full lawn care. I wanted to make sure uh, the move was right at the right time.
So this was a side hustle for you to start off with.
No, not really. It's interesting, Sam. I actually turned uh, the the company that I was working with more or less became the side hustle to focus on my main hustle, which is lawn care. So it's a little interesting the perspective, but definitely looked at it as a main focus, and the other job was more or less a side hustle.
That was, as they say, that takes a lot of cojones to do something like that, to just switch. I know a lot of our members start off part-time. They're
Yeah.
working a full-time job. They start this on the weekend until they have enough accounts. It sounds like you just went all in. That took a lot of courage. What was,
It's
how did you get your wife to agree to something like that?
Well, we had a long discussion, and of course, being married, you want to discuss everything, and one person has to make the first move or jump per se. So I was the jumper first, and the reason that I decided to do lawn care is because I wanted to show my kids that if you have a goal or if you set your mind to it, you can get it done. So they actually saw from the beginning, from not having many customers to where we're at now, which is very successful. So that was a main focus, to allow and show the kids that it can be done and you can do it if you put enough work and effort into it.
That's admirable. That's admirable.
I
I
appreciate
really personally appreciate anybody that, dedicate or changes their life, or chooses to do things that are based on what their kids are going to benefit from, or learn
it.
from, or look up to. So that's pretty awesome.
Thank you.
There is also a lot of pros in our community that work with their wives. Some, you know, side by side in the office. A lot of them out in the field together. Cutting and mowing together, and others just, part-time administrative type help back at the office. What are some of the challenges that you have found working with your wife?
Not really challenges. I tell you what, if I had to do it all over again, I would do it exact the same way. Um, in life, you need someone that will keep you motivated and keep you going, and you can bounce ideas off. So it's not really challenges. Well, I guess we can say that we challenge each other every day, but nothing negatively challenge wise.
I think I'm probably superimposing my frustrations where I work with my now ex-wife on you. So good for you.
Well, Sam, I have to say some good things. You might watch this later. So
Okay, so then what's the well, she's fantastic. I've been watching the videos. I think you guys make a great couple on screen as well.
I appreciate it.
Then what's the secret? What advice would you give to anybody out there who is about to go into this business with a spouse?
Well, I would say invest in yourself. In life, you'll find people, this is just not lawn care, just in life. When you decide to do something that's out, maybe out of the norm or different, invest in yourself. So purchase equipment that'll make you money, market yourself uh, every single day. I took 8 to 10 hours a day figuring out what I would like to have the company do, marketing strategies, how to be more proficient. So definitely invest in yourself in everything you do. And that time that you put into it is exactly what you'll get out of it.
That's great advice. Now, I mentioned that you and she often appear on your videos, Grass Grind TV, that I'm sure everybody already knows about. Um, let's talk a little bit about that, because I know that a lot of pros, it's actually, I find that in the years that I've been doing this, working on Echo Means Business, there's almost two different camps of people. Some that want to be on YouTube and want to create this content and want to create the video. And you know, and I guess there's a smaller subgroup who just want to watch, and others that just have absolutely no time for it.
Mhm.
So let's talk a little bit about the business value to you of doing
Okay.
it. You know, you've obviously developed a large following. You've got a really popular channel, very popular videos.
Thank you.
But that takes a lot of time. So can we talk a
Yes.
little bit about the business? Like, what's the value to your business? Why do you do it?
The YouTube is actually separated from business, but when I first started, I had absolutely no clue of what's the best mower, trimmer, edger. So YouTube was my outlet that I went to say, okay, oh, okay, I like the way this product is. This was helpful. So I decided to um, start YouTube. That way I can show others the things that I was not able to find, or all the mistakes that we've made, because we've made plenty. I
Yeah.
want to make videos showing a realness, being authentic, to show what we go through in lawn care. Because a lot of people aren't sure, they're not sure what to get, how to just grow in their business. So that was the main focus for our YouTube channel.
And for pros that are considering jumping into that world and creating videos, um, would you say that it's worthwhile investment of their time to do so?
Well, it depends on what you would like out of YouTube. If you're, if you're just putting up information and sharing, yes, I think that's great. But if you want to have the biggest following and be the biggest channel, I don't know. I think being when you talk with your audience, you want them to see exactly what you do on a day-to-day basis. And you do have to have a lot of time. There's a lot of effort into editing the videos to make sure it looks presentable. You have to have cameras and different things. So it definitely takes a lot of time, but we love it. Majority of the time I'm in the videos, and when she's able to, she's in the videos, but absolutely love it and wouldn't change it for anything.
So okay, so here's the hard-hitting question portion
Okay.
of this interview. The amount of time, if I was an investor in your business, the amount of time that I see you spending on developing videos. If I were to say, look, if I'm going to invest in your business, I want you to take all of those hours and invest in videos for the purposes of getting more clients. Spend that time out marketing yourself to get more clients and or spend more time cutting grass and making money.
Mhm.
Those videos are not necessarily your main source of revenue.
Correct.
So, what's the justification? Is it just because you want to, actually, you know what? I'm not going to put words in your mouth. What is the justification of spending that time doing that for an audience that will never hire you to cut their
Yeah.
grass because they're all doing what you do, as
Correct.
opposed to, putting that time into actually cutting grass?
I love to motivate. Okay. There's so many people that may be down on themselves, doubting themselves, saying, oh, I can't do it. And I want to show anybody, okay, that if you put your mind to it, yes, you're going to spend a lot of time focusing on the business. It's been a lot of sleepless nights, but knowing that you're able to help someone, anyone, that that right there justifies making videos and the time in it.
Yeah, well, you guys do a very good job. I know we got a lot of positive feedback from people that have been watching Grass Grind TV, and we're happy
I
to have you
appreciate
on as a UAG member this year.
I'm happy to be
Um,
here.
Let me ask you, for the people watching, that this whole idea is get to know you a little bit better,
Yeah.
so that you can hopefully be a mentor to those in our community. Give us
Okay.
a sense of your day-to-day work. Like what are how many properties do you manage, and what is your average day look like in terms of the services you provide?
Well, the average day is starting in the beginning of the week. Well, I guess not the beginning, but on the weekend, we go through our full schedule. Okay. So we have our folder or binder or planner, excuse me, and we go through the list to make sure we have the best route density available. Okay. We go through if there's any invoices that needs to be resent or make sure everything is paid. Do we have enough gas? Do we have trimmers? Two-cycle oil? That's all in the beginning of the week. We get all of our equipment together for Monday. That's our start of the week. And everything is right through the schedule. Okay. And then if we have a rain day, we have to work on that. So it definitely takes ton of time, ton of effort. And you have to make sure that you know where you're going, what time you should be there, and how many customers you're going to service.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, and in terms of, and with that's your process, which is great. I think,
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people spend that time in the morning, from the people that I've been interviewing and talking to get
Mhm.
that day planned and organized. They just, they grab their coffee, they get in, they look at, where they got to be, and they just go, instead of managing the business first before
Yeah.
actually cutting the grass.
Mhm.
So what, let's end this quick conversation on, what do you want to offer the community this year? So the people that are going to be reading your blog posts, watching your videos, engaging with you in the forums or on our mobile app, what is it that you hope to be able to convey to them? What information or experiences should people be looking to you for this year?
I would like to share all of my experiences, whether it's good or bad. My main focus is to help anyone in the community. So if they have any questions, they can feel free. They can go to Echo Means Business, contact me there, or through any form of social media. I would like to help them and to know that you can do it and invest in yourself and work hard. There's going to be people that uh, won't believe in you. And as long as you form your team or form your group, you can't never get kicked out your own group if you make sure that the fundamentals are there, study hard every day, and make sure that you're working every single day towards that goal.
It sounds like you have a story there. When was there a time that someone didn't believe in you, or set up an obstacle that you had to overcome?
Oh man, I tell you, it's amazing. So when you tell people, hey, I'm starting a business or a lawn care business, it's a different atmosphere from those that are more comfortable working for another company. It takes a lot more time. So you're going to have friends that doesn't support your channel. You're going to have family. So you have to, the only person that you can count on is yourself at the end of the day. So let's say if you have a ton of customers and you're not able to service those customers at all or properly, okay, you're not going to have a business. So you have to value those customers, value your own time. Okay, that's a big one for me. I value my time, and I needed to learn that I could do it, and I want everyone that's watching to know that they can do anything that they put their mind to. That's my main focus.
All right.
Yeah.
That's valuable advice. You know, knowing your worth,
Yes.
valuing your time, and definitely believing in yourself. I think, you
Every
know,
day.
my daughter is also an entrepreneur, like I am, in a different business. She's
That's awesome.
18, and one of the I think that's one of the lessons I try and teach her, because that was my thing. I mean, this is, you know, this business for me is going on 10 years now, but I had, you know,
Awesome.
had multiple businesses before that. And
Mhm.
there's always people trying to bring me down, people that didn't believe in me. And one of the things I said to her that you just reminded me of, when she was deciding that she wanted to be an entrepreneur as well,
Mhm.
is that there are very few people in this world that can be an entrepreneur.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong if you don't have it in you to be that person. But if you are going to be that person, right? Because otherwise we'd all be running our business and we would have nobody to work for anybody, right? You need somebody to work for the
Correct.
people that want to start a business and want to take the risk and that can handle the risk, and have that foresight and that constitution. But they're all going to try and tear you down because they don't
Yes.
understand. Some people will be jealous, some people just won't understand, and they're going to try and impose their insecurities on you.
That is correct.
And I think
That
the
is
first
correct.
time you and I talked, that's the thing that I walked away from, which is one of the reasons why I think you're part of our group this year, is you have that attitude. You definitely have an infectious, positive attitude that I find inspiring. And I'm sure the audience, and our members, of the EMB community are going to find you equally inspiring.
I appreciate that. I
So why don't
appreciate
you
that.
tell everybody how to get in touch with you, you know, in terms of your social channels and your website?
Our YouTube channel is Grass Grind TV, so that's where you'll see all our videos. Instagram is at Mr. Grass Grind. Contact email is info@sloanslawncare.com. So anyone that has any questions, they can feel free to send me a message on any of those platforms, and I'll be more than welcome to help.
Sure. And of course, for those of you that have downloaded the Echo Means Business mobile app, and the community that's growing there, you can direct message and connect with Chris there as well.
Correct. That is
Thanks,
correct.
guys. Again, I'm Sam Fiorella. I'm the main administrator here at Echo Means Business. And that's Chris. Actually, I'm not sure where you're going to be on the video when we're finally done. He's on one side of me. That's Chris Sloan, Grass Grind TV.
All right.
Stay tuned for another Get to Know the Pro. Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you.